I'm in the Museum of Applied Arts at a fashion exhibition, and I have the pleasure of meeting an 82-year-old fashion designer. I think she's retired now, but you never know. Her name is Elena Napriene. And apparently her father was a well-known fashion designer. What was the name of your father?
Talutyte.
Talutis. Tėvo.
Talutis.
Who?
Talutis.
Salutis.
Talutis.
Talutis. Okay, okay. And he was Lithuanian, yes?
Yes.
Okay, and what years was he working?
Ir kada, tai čia jūs išmokė jūsų dėdė, ne tėvas.
Taip, kadangi man nebuvo galimybių mokytis, buvo pokario.
But it's not her father who taught her, but her uncle.
Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. I mean, so that...
Dėdės tokia pati pavardė.
Taip, Talutis.
The same name.
Same name. Okay, so what period was he working?
Dar nebuvo 14.
Bet kelinti metai maždaug buvo.
Tai va, kaip dabar atskaičiuoti, 54.
So he started teaching her when she was 14.
Yes, but we don't know what year.
Yeah, it's in 50s.
In the 50s.
Yes.
So her uncle was working in the 30s, I presume.
Yes.
And was he only working in Lithuania or Paris?
O jūsų dėdė, tas, kuris jūs mokė, ar jis tai Lietuvoje dirbo, ar jis ir kitose šalyse dirbo? Yra mokėsis kur nors kitur?
Ne, Vilniuje jisai dirbo, sakau, modelių namuose, mokėsis tai čia, bet labai, čia reikia gabumų turėti, šitoks kaip kiekvienas darbininkiškas, kai tik.
No, he was studying in Vilnius here.
Yes.
There was a fashion house.
Yes.
So he was, and then later on he took over and he was making his career like also doing things himself and then later on teaching.
In Vilnius?
Yes, in Vilnius.
Okay.
Yes.
And has Elena always lived in Lithuania, or has she lived anywhere else, like Russia? Or?
Ar jūs kur nors dar kitur gyvenot, ar tik Lietuvoje?
Lietuvoje tik tai ir Rokišky, tik tai niekur.
She only lived in Lithuania and only in Rokiškis.
I see,
Not even
I see.
in Vilnius.
So apparently you said that a neighbor lived in America and would send you American catalogs.
Yes.
Obviously
Neighbor's sister.
Sorry?
Neighbor's sister.
Neighbor's sister. So this would be the 1950s.
O
So,
jūs gaudavo tos katalogus nuo kokių metų maždaug? Nuo
and these would inspire you.
Jau vėliau, jau kaip jau.
Bet dar prieš nepriklausomybę.
Oi, dar anksčiau.
Yes, in
Dar
Soviet,
tarybiniais laikais.
in Soviet times she used to get it, which was also
In Soviet times. And she had high-profile clients.
Yes, in 60s.
60s, yes. You said she had high-profile clients.
Yes.
People from embassies and...
From minister's wife,
yes,
from
yes.
ladies, you know, with...
because they couldn't get things because of the Russians were here.
Because there was nothing to buy.
Ah, there was nothing to buy, yes.
It was difficult to get
And also material was sent, yes.
Tarybiniais laikais matot, kad atvažiuodavo pas man čia ir ministrų žmonos, ten kuries jau pažįstam, bet visi rengėsi taip, ne taip įmantriai. Nei kitų vakarinių, tokių buvo tokia man.
O jos norėjo vakarinių?
Ne, už tai, kad nenorėjo.
She says that it was, in Soviet time, everybody was kind of, grayish,
Oh, yeah, but they still are.
Yeah, but, it was like they didn't want to dress up,
I know, everything was dark blue and dark grey, yes.
And actually there was no place to go if you dressed up too well,
I know.
So, but still, women are always women. They want to have something different.
Yes, but I have noticed that the Lithuanians, they wear dark blue and dark grey and very somber. Yeah. Yes.
Klasikiniai vašpaltus labai jau mėgau ir siūdau, bet daugiausia klasikiniai.
She says so the prevailing style was classical style. And the ladies were very fond of making, coats, especially for season, like autumn season or whatever, to have something, that looks a little bit like feminine.
Yes. Does she still design things?
Ar dar iki šiol ką nors sugalvojat, kokius modelius?
Dabar nebegalvoju nieko, žinokit, jau nebegalvoju, nes nebepainu, aš galvoju tik tai, kaip man, kuo čia baigsis, ar ant patologą reiks atgulti.
She says so she's not designing any longer because of her eyes, you know, also because of her bad health.
And has she kept her documentation? Has she kept her designs?
In dar klausia, o jūs turit ką nors, pavyzdžiui, kokių nors dokumentų?
Or photographs?
Ar kokias ar nufotografuodavo tos savo modelis, pasudavo?
No.
Ar turit tokius piešinius ar ko nors?
Nebuvo nei aš tik fotografai, nebuvo nei tų mobilių, žinokit.
Taip, bet ar jūs, pavyzdžiui, pati nepasipaišydavo savo kokios suknelės?
Aš pasipaišydavau, kai nupieždavo modelį, kai, reiškia, bet viską išmečiau.
She says, of course, she was making a drawing of the model.
And what's happened to everything?
And I asked her if she was collecting. No, she said, unfortunately.
So what happened to the designs?
So they are just gone.
They're
And
gone. She threw them away.
She was never photographed anything because it was
What
you
a
know,
shame.
a shame, but you know, it was a problem.
Yeah.
John-
And what about her daughter, the lady with her? Is that her daughter?
Yes.
Has she taught? Does is the daughter connected with fashion?
No.
Not at all.
Ji kažką kitą daro.
Mano mama buvo niekur nesimokius, bet pasisiūdavo suknėlės visokiais dar modeliais. Visiškai nesimokė.
Her mother was the one who was also very creative, and she was used to do things out of nothing for herself and for children. So she said that also she's from the very, very early days. She saw how it is made, and you know.
So did she have like an atelier? Did she have people working for her?
Aš ir siuvykloje dirbau, turėjau siuvyklą ir mokinių turėdavau. Nu, žinot, iš profeknių atsiųsdavo, čiagi visai kas kita.
Bet jūsų pačios siuvykla buvo arba valdiška?
Valdiška.
She was, because you know, you couldn't have a private thing there. But she was working for something like municipal stuff. And she always had students or pupils come who were working together, and this way were learning how to do things. So she always had them.
So she had help.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not only help, but also giving them education by practically.
Nes tarybiniais laikais nebuvo nuosavybės, buvo viskas.
So she was not.
She says, I was a young girl, and you know, when I started. Nobody has any property. You just had to be employed by some state or local community, and then you were doing things. And of course, the demand was bigger than they could offer.
So when did she? How many years was she working designing?
Nuo kokį 16 ir iki 70 tai tikrai dar dirbau. Paskiau namuose jau.
She said from 16 till 70 she was working legally. She was legally working like a hired one. And afterwards she was working on her own, doing things at home.
Yeah. So okay. And how does she pass her time now? At the age of 82.
Nebegaliu nieko veikti. Aš buvau ant patalą visai. 4 mėnesius išgulėjau ligoninėje visai.
She says she cannot do much, unfortunately, because she had very bad health. Her spine is bad, and she was afraid that she will stay in bed forever. But did she used to buvo kokia profesinė liga?
Mano profesinė dabar ir mane yra apytakos sutrikimas. Man labai
much more connected to her professional. It's a disease connected to her professional activities, because of sitting, long hours, working and very intensively and using her eyes.
Okay, well, thank her very much. We're running out of time. Thank you very much, and I wish you well. Ačiū. Delighted to meet you. Okay. Bye.